Hello and welcome back to Morning, your marketing science wake-up call, where we talk all things media measurement and market mix modelling. I'm here today with Britton, Head of Digital Analytics at Tourism New Zealand. Now, we've just had a great conversation talking about the role of measurement in travel. A couple of quick questions for you. Firstly, what is the first thing you put in your suitcase when you're going travelling?
Running shoes.
Running shoes, love it. It opens up the city or countryside that you're going to.
Definitely.
And where is that next destination for you?
Well, I'm in Sydney right now, but I think the next destination for me, just to give a shameless plug, is Queenstown in New Zealand.
Love it. A great place for running as well.
It is.
Now, talking about measurement, you're selling the dream of New Zealand, which must be an amazing job. But also, measurement must be hard when you're not selling an actual product or service. So what does that look like for you?
Yeah, it is hard, especially as an analyst, an analytics team. We don't sell the thing, right? So we can't measure that signal on our website. We don't necessarily get great visibility of who's buying what. So we've been on a real journey. We've evolved our measurement framework over the last few years to try and get as close to being able to attribute towards arrivals as we possibly can, but we are always going to have a gap there. And so moving towards a space where we can have implemented an MMM that can model the attribution of our activity or the incremental impact our activities are actually having for bookings to New Zealand has been a huge step forward in our measurement framework, and is something we're continuing to grow and evolve, but are really excited with this big jump that we've just taken to really be able to model the impact of our work using MMM.
And what does that look and feel like? How does it help you have better conversations across teams, both marketing, finance, with conversations that are anchored in data?
It's a huge step forward for us, and it's still really new for us. It's a very recent for us that we've implemented it, but it's really starting to enable us to be able to look at the incremental return on investment that our activity is having, which makes those conversations a lot easier for us to be able to say what works and what doesn't work, which markets are working harder than other markets, where can our money be spent best. And at the moment we're really trying to grow our arrival targets. We've got really big arrival targets for this next year to get people back to New Zealand. So yeah, that's really helping us have an ROI. Being able to have meaningful conversations about what's working, what's not working is really allowing us to make sure we're maximising the money that we get.
So as a marketer, what does it mean to you to have access to the likes of Growth OS data and the outputs of a market mix model?
Yeah, well, I'm a real data geek, so I think this really helps have those conversations. Those conversations that we can now have with that data are so much more valuable to be able to say, look at how all of this is working and what is working and what's not working. And we've had some really interesting conversations actually as we've been trying to embed the model in people. There are some people across the business that have actually been a bit worried about, you can't just trust the model, but when you're looking at a model that has so many different data inputs and there's so much more science behind it versus someone that might have years of experience of doing marketing, it's kind of that balance of like data and science and art and that creative element of marketing. But this is so much more sophisticated data that we've ever had before, and so I think that we really do need to lean in and really trust the model and trust the data and be able to kind of experiment and learn with it as we go. And I think that's really exciting to be able to not just do tests without kind of meaningful measures, but be able to run tests and actually see kind of really meaningful outcomes and ROI off the back of it, which we haven't been able to do before.
And looking ahead, as an analyst, you would have seen a lot of evolution of media and measurement over your time. What are you most excited about in the future of media measurement?
I think it's really a really exciting time. It's such an interesting space right now in media and the digital ecosystem and the rise of AI and what's happening in the search space, and there's so many things happening, and we're as an organisation kind of trying to grapple with what all these changes going to mean for us as a marketing organisation where people don't come to our website to buy things, and what is that going to mean from a digital measurement moving forward, and are people still going to need to come to our website, or is there going to be a time that actually AI, you can get all your answers through ChatGPT or AI overviews or all of these things, and what does that mean for our measurement and how does that need to evolve? And I think things like MMM really help kind of close those gaps, which we've already had, but they're just going to grow in terms of less people actually ending up on our website because they can get their answers without clicking on the ad or clicking to come to our website, which is going to give us less visibility from a measurement point of view. So something like MMM, where it really looks holistically at our media impact and then like the actual bookings that are happening, I think that's a really powerful tool to be having now in this very this space that's evolving so quickly.
Fantastic. And obviously we've got a nice long partnership ahead. You've got some great goals you're looking to achieve. What are you most excited about the coming few months or the coming year?
I think I'm really excited about this tool that we're now enabling all of our teams to be able to use and look at data so much differently to what we have historically and be able to really dive in. Everyone has access to this tool that they can dive in and play with and really cut and slice the data in a way that's really showing them what activity works well and how do they maximise their marketing investment and work out what's going to have the biggest impact for growing arrivals to New Zealand.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you got your running shoes. There is the marathon happening this weekend, so I'm sure you can just slip in and join in that race.
I'm sure. Thank you.